What's up, guys? Happy Saturday. We have some special guests in the building. We are streaming live right now across everything, right? Instagram,
Right.
Facebook, YouTube, all over the place. But we have special guests here. Jey and Meka are in the building today. And we are recapping last night's episode of Life After Lockup. The chats are live, so make sure that you comment and give your thoughts as we go through the episode. And Jey, Meka, tell them, I see your comments here. Tell them how they can support you and how where they can find you.
Yeah, so you can find us on all platforms at Jey and Meka, Jey and Meka, Meka, and on YouTube at Jey and Meka channel.
And tell
So,
us a little bit about your page because you cover everything. You know, it's a small
yeah, we
community that
do.
covers life after
Yeah,
lockup, but you cover so much more. What else do you guys cover on your page?
yeah. So we cover obviously reality TV, Life After Lockup, Love is Blind, Love Island USA. We do movie reviews, um, what show, different show, game show recaps. Let's see, Big Brother, all this everything. Jey does music reviews, so album reviews. So yeah, we do a lot on our channel. So it's something pretty much for everybody. If y'all want to go check it out.
Yeah, so make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's pop culture. It's all things pop
Exactly.
culture. So make sure you guys are following Jey and Meka. Their name is on the screen. It's Jey and Meka Meka. And you guys know it's V with Reality Recap. It's right there on the screen. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and on TikTok. Also, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Reality Recap 2876. So make sure you like, share this video, subscribe, hit those hearts, hit those thumbs ups as we get into last night's episode. We're going to start with everyone's, I guess, my favorite couple. I'm not going to say it's y'all favorite couple too, but we're going to start with the most talked about couple, which would be the throuple of this season, Quiana, Demondrick, and Jawalia. So in this episode, right, Quiana and Demondrick, they go to meet with the lawyer and the private investigator. And at the same time, Jawalia is going to talk to Demondrick about the paperwork she got. Is it an affidavit? Was that an affidavit
It
she
was an
got?
affidavit. Yeah.
Right. Is it like an affidavit basically releasing Quiana from, the charges and basically like dropping it. And Jawalia gave an ultimatum. Was it an ultimatum or demands? I don't
It
know.
was
She
a
did.
demand. I feel like
I took it as an ultimatum.
You think so?
Yeah, I felt she was like, I need this time with her. Without him, if that don't happen, I'm not gonna do this. That's how I took
Right.
it.
I found it funny though. Like, I mean, no mention that she had already been paid from Demondrick when the guy came to see her.
Right.
So the fact that she wants even more money, because she said her tires cost $800. $600. Okay, $600.
600. Yeah, and she's saying that some stuff got damaged inside the car, like her she's in cosmetology school, so she's saying some of her products and stuff got damaged and her makeup business stuff got damaged, so she wants that covered as well. Yeah, so she's basically demanding ultimatum that she wants to sit down with Quiana, as well as she wants to be reimbursed for her products and stuff within her stinking Lincoln. That was
Wait, didn't the stepmom call it a clown car or something like that? She was like,
a Flintstone mobile.
Flintstone mobile.
So I'm confused about this, y'all. Y'all tell me your thoughts, because what evidence is there? Like, how do you just walk in and say, I think this person did it, and then there's charges against you? I don't understand. Is that just how it goes?
I mean, that's just prototypical accusations. I have a problem with this person. We have a common interest. This, my baby's father, your boyfriend. The night that it happened, he was there.
He was there.
So let's say, of the three people in it, let's say if she since she's the one that filed it, she's like, it's either him or her. Unless there's another person out there that could do that. I mean, me personally, I took it as all of them have a chance to be guilty. Her accusations are
Mm.
valid to me. Hey, it's either I'm gonna think it's the other person who did this. You're over here, my car gets messed up. So
Right.
I think it's just typical accusations, but I think I mean, yeah, I would do the same thing.
It's like maybe she proved probable cause, right? Or that they had a
That's what I
motive,
was gonna
right?
say,
Like
because I
a
think
motive.
the photos that she sent online showed
Yeah,
like
I didn't even think about that.
if she showed that to the police, they're like, okay, well, she did this, well, she's probably capable of also doing this, right? Like, so, you putting people naked pictures online, that might be a reason why you could get charges against you. I don't know.
Yeah, and I just really, I guess I was
Yeah,
thinking,
Lou.
all right, you go to the police, you tell them you think this person did it, and I thought it was like an investigation would pop off from there. Not all of a
Me
sudden you got to go
too.
turn yourself in and be released from prison and all of this stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just, I can't put it together. And I know the laws are different in every state, and they in Texas, and Texas is their own country. So who
we in
knows?
Texas. We're in Texas.
As soon as they send you that paper, say, "Hey,
No.
there's an issue."
Yeah.
Who knows? So Quiana is saying that she doesn't know if she's gonna sit down or meet these demands. She didn't give an answer on sitting down with Jawalia. I personally want them to sit down. What do you think? I think they need to sit down and exchange notes. What do you think?
I think so too, because my personal opinion is Demadric is the problem. He is the problem, and it almost feels like he's not getting a kick out of, but it's not bothering him that much that two women are kind of fighting over him. You know what I'm saying? And like I think they do need to sit down. Now, I don't know. I don't think Quiana really just gonna go in there super aggressive or anything like that. And I even on this last episode, Jawalia was like, like Quiana does her thing. She take care of her kids. She got her own job, So you did see some grace in that when she said that. I kind of felt like that was a glimmer of light for her to maybe possibly drop the charges. But yeah, I do want to see them sit down.
Yeah, I do. I do feel like he is the problem. And I said it on my last recap too. I don't know if Quiana did it or not, but just seeing that video, Demondrick knows something. If he didn't do it, because
That makes sense.
is it possible that there's other women that he's messing with? Absolutely. He has two other baby mamas. Jawalia came in our live last week and said that she's cool with the other baby mamas though. Like they get along apparently. She doesn't have any problems with them. So it's like, how do we know it's Quiana? I don't know, but he knows something. The way he walked back and forth in that video, like he looked like he saw somebody out there that was waiting on him, and he backed up and went back to the house. That's just my own theory, but that's how I feel.
I honestly think, and I was kind of torn because they each have a reason why they could. One, Demadric has been doing this with these two women for years now. This has been a game that he's been able to play with them back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And they have allowed him to do so. That's one. Two, when they showed the video of, like you said, him back and forth, and I kind of took it as he went over there, him and her kind of got into it. She kind of alluded to that a little bit.
An argument,
like,
right? Yeah.
He's talking to other people. She's more than likely probably talking to other men, possibly, which that wouldn't be wrong for her to do. So maybe he got a little jealous in the moment, went and did something, and then came right back to kind of fix it with her. Think like, oh, I just slept, I did this, I can't, So I've been wavering. I personally, and actually seeing how Demadric is responding to things, he's not pushing Quiana to do nothing because Quiana is on his side. So he's kind of like, yeah, okay, she's, I'm curious to see if she says, no, I'm going to meet with her, what his reaction will be then versus, because right now she's like, I don't see no reason to. And he's like, yeah, cool. There's no reason to press it.
Yeah,
But
his
let's see
heart
what
going
happens.
to be in his stomach. That's what's going to happen.
He don't want them to meet. Like he don't.
He definitely don't want them to meet. And it was like I was listening to him talk about, first of all, before we get into that, like him and his whole lion and gorilla metaphor that he was given. When Jawalia was talking to Demondric's dad, and I do feel like his family, his stepmom or whoever she is, the one that was calling her car a Flintstone car and stuff. they are painting Jawalia out to be bitter or moving off emotion. But I personally feel like Demondre got this from his daddy. I feel like his daddy. I do. I feel like this was him back in the day. And this
I
woman that he
agree.
done married, the one that's talking about, but I'm the one with the ring. She sound like she been through some shit. That's
She
all
sound
I'm
like she did. I thought the same thing. I was like, she'd have been through some stuff with that dad. I know she has. Because it's like you could just tell. You could just tell.
You can see it all in his glasses and his beards. It's like, sir, please. This is
Yeah.
partially your fault.
It is. And I feel like he kind of babies Demondrick a little bit. Like, my thing is, he's always having to come and like save him and go talk to the baby mamas for Demondrick. I'm like, he's over here the whole problem, making the whole mess.
Exactly.
And yet the dad going outside talking to the baby mom and taking Quiana to her, appointment because he talking about he don't want to be around no police or no. Yeah, I'm like,
yeah, you playing both sides of it, because when I look at Demondrick's Facebook page, or his old Facebook page, like while he was locked up, or before he was locked up, Jawalia was always around his family.
Yeah.
She was at every cookout. There was, happy birthday to her, happy Valentine's Day. Like she was a part of that family. So now all of a sudden it's like the script is flipped, or they feel like she shouldn't have pressed charges or did that by emotions. I do think she needs to get to the bottom of who did that to her car. I'm just not sold it was Quiana. I don't know. I not that I wouldn't put it past her, because right, she did put the explicit photos online, but it's just there's no proof tying her to it from what we can see.
To your point too, I also looked at his old Facebooks, and it's messy on there because you see Jawalia, right, for a few months. Then all of a sudden you see Quiana, all Quiana. And it's like a snapshot of their relationship right now. Literally, you go on there, Quiana, Jawalia, Jawalia, then Quiana. Like it's was interesting to see that, especially because not much has changed.
No cleanse. And Jawalia talked about that when she came in. Like she talked about the overlap of, she dealt with him cheating with other women when they were together, the overlap in their relationship, and then he's with Quiana. And hell, Quiana baby daddy is saying the same. He been online too, telling that, basically she left him for Demondrick. So it's a whole lot of messy overlap, child. It's all over the place.
It is.
Let's look at some of the comments. Hey, Toria, thank you for checking in. She says stepmom got trauma because this is her. Yeah.
Agree.
And Sarah Scott said that's why he paid the $600, because I feel like he know she did it. It's either he know or he has something to do with it, and then realized I probably shouldn't have did that. I'm still he's on probation or parole, I think, too.
Yeah,
so
he did. He without asking. She didn't even ask him, did she? When he gave that to her, he just came over there with it, didn't he? At first.
Well, no, yeah, she said how much it was, and then he was like, "What if I reimburse you?"
Yeah,
which is something like if I were to act irrational like that, and the next day I'm like, I'm gonna try to fix it and keep it separate from Jawalia and Quiana. Like that's what I feel like he's doing. He's like, all right, I got this. But at the end of the day, he's the one muddying all the waters. Truthfully, I truly feel Jawalia would go on about her business if he let her, and he's not letting her. But again, like you guys said, looking over the years, they have allowed him to play this game this long. So they, at a certain point, the same way he needs to man up and be a man and choose who he wants to be, they need to woman up and say, you know what? I'm gonna just move on.
Right. I noticed you didn't say Quiana. If he told Quiana she could go, she would go. I noticed you didn't say I think Quiana would stay or come back.
No, I think Quiana seems like if she decided to leave, she would have both of them, I think if they both really had that resolve within themselves, they would be able to do it. They've been doing it so long. This is the norm. And I would say Jawalia, she has kids with him. Quiana don't, but she has time invested in him. And, so it's going to be tough on either one of them. But the three of them need to grow up in their own ways.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And they both have a lot going on for them. Like Quiana. I don't know if Quiana really do hair. She just be sweeping up the shop, but she works in the shop.
I'm an
She was
apprentice.
she was she does her pharmaceutical thing. I don't know if she still got that job because she walked out of there to go take him to his job interview.
That's
But and
true.
we ain't seen her back there since. But it's like she has occupations. Joella's, she's in cosmetology school. She has her makeup brand. I don't know what this man has on them. I don't know. It must be the peen. I have no
It
idea,
must
but
be. It
I
must
don't
be.
get it.
It must be.
Yeah, and I think Toria was asking, he was messing with Quiana when she was underage. I asked that question and she just like it, but never said yes or no. I
Oh.
know that some of their pictures were from when she was in high school, like prom together and things like that. And then he went off to college. So I don't know. It might have been like a 18, he was like 18, 19 years old type situation. It definitely wasn't like a he's 30, 40 years old and she's 16, but
Yeah.
it might have been like a 18, 19 situation. Still underage, but I think it's more of that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you guys. I see y'all on Instagram too. Lisa for checking in. She said, yeah, they feel like saying they agree with you, Meka, that it's more him in the middle. He's playing both sides. And that's why I want them to sit down with each other. Like, let's have a meeting of the minds. Let's take
Right.
him out of the equation. This is what he say to me. He comes over. This is what happens. Cause he telling Quiana he
Mhm.
just go to put the kids to bed for 4 5 hours. It take you that
Yeah.
long to put the kids
I
to
think
bed.
Kiana's afraid to know the truth. I think that she's in denial right now because she know you know. You know what I'm saying? Like you going over there at 12 o'clock at night for what? You're not just spending time with your kids at 12 o'clock at night, sir. Like she know that's that whole denial thing, which is we all been through the stuff, but it's like
I mean, you could honestly, if something would have happened, like, hey, my kid is in the hospital, like, I've had that happen.
that's
Like, I have to
different.
go. It's been a time where, like, 1 in the morning, I had to go for one of my children, but
Not to the house.
not no multiple.
Not to the house,
Like,
clarification. Not to the
but
house.
if you're with somebody that old, a person will only do what you allow them to do.
That
At
is
the
true.
end of the day.
Exactly.
So she allows it, so he does it. So
Right. And that's exactly how I feel. Like at some point you have to take accountability. And Joella did say that like she takes accountability for it. She's moved on. Apparently she has a new boo that she posted.
Mhm.
I don't know if they still together, but because the internet went and found him. And she was mad that the internet went and found who he was and
Well,
following
she
him and all.
posted them on her live. I remember she posted on her
Yeah,
live.
she posted like a screenshot of their
Yeah.
FaceTime. So the people don't went and found them. So she was mad about that. So I don't know if they're still together, but at some point you do have to take accountability because it's like, follow Joella's grandma's advice. She told her if you
Oh,
let
that was
him
some
bounce you
sound
like a ball,
advice.
he gonna bounce you like a ball. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what's happening. At some point you have to say, no, this is enough. You
Mm.
lying to both of us. You're using us, for a place to stay and a car to drive and everything else.
Yeah.
And you have to move on from it. So hopefully they get it together. But I'm hoping for some type of resolve. The season finale is next week, guys. And so the next Friday is the season finale. So will we get a conclusion of this? Will we find out who actually did it? I
I
hope
need to
so.
know.
Because this has been like they have drugged this out the entire season at this
They
point.
have.
I think they're gonna on that one season, Michael, I forget Michael and somebody else. They kind of the same thing they did with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be kind of the same thing, which good because I want to see that. So
Yeah, I would love for them to keep coming back and come back for the next season. And Michael is doing really bad, by the way. He is doing big. Yeah, he is strung out. He was in Florida getting arrested, looking real bad. So, they're spilling a little tea, but he's definitely off the track. But before we move on to the next couple, the last thing I'll say here too is this lawyer. I'm trying to figure out what we doing here. Like, if you talk to the court and you got all the information of whatever evidence was submitted or what the accusations are, why isn't he telling her like, yo, let's go beat this case? You ain't got nothing to worry about. Like, why is he telling her go turn yourself in? Or like,
I
why is he going this route of this PI getting his paper signed? Like, you should be able to figure this out.
Well, if she has a warrant, she's going to have to turn herself in.
She does have
So even if she goes to court for it, they'll arrest her at the court for the warrant. So she's going to have to take care of that ahead of time. If she's not trying to do that, and if they can get the charges dropped, the warrant will go away also, because the warrant is tied to the charges. So if Jawalia, per my understanding, if Jawalia signs the affidavit to get rid of the charges, which then, because more than likely she has the warrant for the charges, but probably a bench for it, because they probably sent her something to go to court and she didn't do it. Maybe she didn't even know. Now she has a warrant for that. So if the charges go away, the warrant goes away. She doesn't have to pay, so all of it goes away. But she is kind of still out in the world with the warrant on her. So, you know.
But I just feel like he should be like, where is the evidence? Like, go turn yourself in or whatever. If she doesn't want to sign the paper, which I would go meet with her. If she's willing to sign this paper for just if we go sit down, the money part, I don't know how much the damn makeup and stuff costs, but you already done paid for the tires, so you might as well, you know. And I guess that don't look great that if you're not guilty, he already paid for that. But I just feel like the lawyer I want to go sit down with is gonna be like, I'm gonna eat these charges up. Let me take care of it. You know, like if she don't sign it, I ain't even worried about her signing it, because and hell, I think Tori is saying like she could fight this herself. Like, what is the proof? Unless there's just something that's not being shown. Like, if there's no proof, and if that is the only video of him walking back and forth, he gonna end up in court.
You know, in this day and age too, you never know. There might be evidence from a like different door cam in the area, because he may did that with Joalia's camera system. They use door cams all the time now, and there could be somebody across the street got exactly what happened to the vehicle on camera or something like that that they're not showing you.
Well, listen, they better have it on the season finale. They better have the other door camera footage, because I cannot go another season without at least knowing what happened. Or like, don't leave me like that, for real. Yeah. But our next couple that we'll talk about. Who you want to talk about? You want to talk about JK and Brooke, or I know you were eager, Jay, to get to Will and Courtney. Which one?
Let's go with JK and Brooke real quick. Because the way Brooke be walking up in them people's house disrespecting, I call her Barb because I say she look like a Barb, his mom, Barbara. I call her Barbara.
Out of her voice.
But the way Brooke walks up in that lady house and be banging on their door like that, I just don't see how she ain't got laid out. And
I felt like that. I felt like that the entire season. Like, I'm old school, so I'm not cursing in front of anybody's parents or even in a conversation with them. So I've always felt like, why is this girl cursing at his mom? And then on top of that, now you come into the house, you banging on the door, acting a fool. Like, that ain't his house, girl. But the JK stepfather be having me cackling every single charge. That he can't stand her, honey. He cannot stand her. But just to give a little recap here, so we know JK and Brooke, you know, they're trying to figure out their relationship. We saw them put the lock on the gate, talking about now they locked in, child. And you have Alex, who is his ex-girlfriend that he can't seem to let go of, who is now possibly pregnant, 50-50 chance, right? That it's JK's baby or some stranger, not a stranger to her, but a stranger to us. And he's found out this information. We see JK still talking to Alex at the beginning of the episode, and she wants him to be with her. Alex wants JK to leave Brooke alone, to be with her. And he just doesn't seem willing to do that. So he sped off in his pickup truck and left Alex in the middle of the road. He said, I'll holler at you later.
Right.
But then he gets in the parking lot and he starts hearing all these voicemails from Brooke. She get on her voice gets on my nerves. That you just need to press the green button. I'll be like,
listen, Brooke be about that. She'll pull up. Brooke pull up on anybody it look like. Now she can't fight because we saw that in the other episode, but she will pull up. It look.
I guess it's the heart that matters, huh? Because
it's the heart.
she pulled
like,
up. She did get the first hit. She did get the first hit. She connected, but she nothing. She got the first hit, and then she drug her ass down to the ground. But yeah, so I did a poll. Let's talk about some of the polls I did. So we can talk about the polls. I did a poll saying whose side was everybody on with Quiana and Jawalia. 83% of y'all voted that y'all a team Jawalia, and 17% voted that they were team Quiana. So it seems like you guys are, because a lot of people voted, you guys are mostly on Jawalia's side. Now, in this JK situation, I asked you guys, who should JK be with? Should he be with Alex or with Brooke? A whole landslide, 100% voted that he should be with Alex.
Yeah. less problematic. The problem is Alex can't seem to stop sleeping with other people.
That part.
Nah, I think she was justified in that.
No, we're talking about when he was in jail too. She wasn't justified then.
Jail.
But she was. They don't give you allowance to go cheat on somebody because they in jail.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not saying it gives him clearance to go, but he's in jail. He was clearly doing stuff beforehand. Like, let's be honest. You have to be really solid with somebody to stay down with them whilst they're in jail for a while. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm not solid with a person, you look. If I'm speaking for myself, if I'm not solid with somebody, like locked in, then hey,
I hear you.
I got to that first phone call, and then it's like I got moved on. So obviously that's not the case, but this time around, he got Brooke doing all this. Alex is doing, he's back and forth, and it's not Alex's fault that he can't manage. If he wants to sit up there and play this game, then know how to manage the game you're playing. If you can't do that, then it is what it is. And if Alex goes around and she does something, she gets pregnant, then you got to deal with the consequences of that. It is what it is, because you're doing what you do. Because Brooke sat up here, and I think she lied and said she was pregnant. How would he have told that to Alex? It would have been the same thing. So
it would have been the same thing. He the problem.
No. I think Brooke's the problem in this situation.
Well, JK is not. He's kind of, the way he handles stuff to me is kind of like a coward. He's not upfront with things. Like, and that's part of the issue. The issue is you're not picking a lane and staying in that damn lane. Like, pick who you want to be with and just stay on that. Stand on that. But it's like, of course, he likes having both of them. We don't know the reasons. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He has his different reasons why he likes one for, sometimes another one other times. But yeah, I feel like that's part of the issue. You're not picking a lane, and then you're not being honest with people. So that lends to this kind of mess.
Yeah. And Jay, I agree with you too. Like, I agree with you that if we not married, I'm not doing no bid. And if I do a bid with you and we ain't married, expect some cheating to be happening. Okay. That's just the way it is. Sorry, not sorry. But I do feel like with JK, he's more honest to us and in his confessional than he is with Brooke and Alex. Like, he's honest with us. He'll tell us, like, Alex has an infectious personality, that she's a good person. She's solid. She's, down to earth, and he loves that about her. But yeah, she can't seem to keep her hot pocket in her pants when he's away. And then even in this situation, even though they're not together, it's a 50-50 chance that it's his child. So we know she ain't keeping the hot pocket in her pants. So I agree with what you said, Jay. Like, if we ain't married and locked in, I can't do the bid. I can't do it. And because on the inside, it'd be the same thing. Some of these men will have you visiting this day and another one visiting that day, and he calling this one and that one, having one visit. Like, so you expect me to be faithful out here? I'm trying to get by. I need help with these bills you left me with. Okay.
Yeah. And also, I mean, he does have to deal. It's not like Brooke makes it easy for you to be around her all the time. Like, I mean, one thing I will give, even though I do think he handles stuff in a really weak manner, he did just come from jail being managed 100%, and she's sitting up here trying to be the warden to him on a regular basis. That will push you towards another person.
Exactly.
Even if he's not even all that locked in with Alex, because if he feels that way about it, there's something that she's doing that he don't like you said, not keeping it, whatever. But Brooke is a tough pill. Like, I couldn't deal with Brooke. My time on the show would have been 2 episodes.
I think we all feel like JK's stepdad when he pulled up and started listening to them voicemails. I think all of us was like, "Oh my gosh,
Right.
we have to hear this." Like,
Right.
yes, he's handling it the wrong way. I don't even know why he would still want to mess with Alex if she cheated on him. It clearly hurt him, but he still, it was I guess a long-standing relationship, so he's still messing with her on the side. But it's like Brooke, she's a lot to handle, deal with, or even tolerate, to be honest. Toria asks, do you think Alex was or is messing with JK's dad? Is the baby JK or is it his daddy? Yeah, it's a weird relationship.
It is a weird relationship. That would be
because my daddy ain't
I
talking
hope not,
to
but
nobody.
I don't put that past nobody either. But
yeah, my daddy ain't talking to nobody 1-2 o'clock in the morning for 4 hours at a time, especially if I ain't cool with him no more. Like, that's what I was saying. My family is, if I ain't messing with him no more, they ain't messing with him no more. They always gonna be team V. But I don't know. Like, I wouldn't put it past Victoria. I believe the relationship is weird for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
So
and
I
him and his dad have a strained relationship.
They do.
Too, so
yeah,
it's
that's
not,
it.
not super tight. So
how are you tighter with his ex-girl than you are with his own son? Like, he's not even as tight with his own son the way he is with Alex. So it's like, that is a little weird. That's a good point.
Yeah, so JK goes home. So JK goes home and tells his parents that Alex is pregnant. They falling out, sliding all out their chair. Oh Lord, here we go again. And JK's mom seems like she's like, yo, you told me not to mess with this girl. Don't be around here no more for you to go back and mess with her anyway. He's like, yup. Yeah, I told you all of that, and I still went back and did it anyway. Like, I told you, he's more honest with us and his parents than with the women that he's messing with. So JK Mama said, and that was the title of the episode. If you guys are looking for it or need the episode, this was episode 19, and it was titled DNA All the Way. So that's the title of the episode, and that's what she's saying, that JK should get a DNA test so Alex doesn't just pin this baby on him. So absolutely, I think she should be able to get it now. I didn't believe the whole, because who's going to see a midwife in 2025?
Yeah, I heard that too. I heard that. I was like, midwife? Like, okay. I do know, like, I guess it is like a little bit more invasive to do it, before the baby is done. I guess it can cause, I've heard that before, but the whole midwife thing, like, threw me off. Honestly.
Yeah, like, are you doing a home water birth in that haunted house that we keep seeing? Is that what
the red house? Or like the wicked witches in there stirring something.
And got the nerve to have a keypad on the door. Like, are you serious?
I didn't even see that.
That's my problem. That's the stuff that I be looking at. Like, what are we doing? Like, but yeah, so I get, maybe because, listen, has JK been out that long? I was asking at the last recap, has he been out long enough for Alex to get pregnant, have a miscarriage, heal from the miscarriage, get pregnant again, and now, and maybe that's why it's high risk. That's a lot. How long has he been out?
I think he's been out like he might have been out like 6 months. He's been out a while. I think he's been out like 4 to 6 months. I think
okay. Because I thought you got to heal after a miscarriage. Like,
that's the part that I was tripping off of, the miscarriage, and then you turn around and you're pregnant again. I thought that would, but I mean, I know that can happen very quickly. You can have a kid and
turn around and get pregnant.
Like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She was doing a lot.
Yeah, he was doing the math, and it showed that he was at the house 8 weeks ago. So that puts him in around the time of the second pregnancy. And then also he said he hasn't seen any proof of the miscarriage at all. That's just something he was told, but he hasn't seen any proof of that.
Yeah.
I mean, she could still technically be pregnant from the first time and just not, trying to figure out a way to push them away, possibly. Hurt people try to hurt people, so it could be something like that. Because they are being kind of vague with the time frame.
They are being vague with the time frame.
Yeah, but I mean, she seems to want him to be with her. But like I said, he was like, I'll holler at you, and drove off. I said, Lord, left her in the middle of the dirt road, child. But yeah, so JK mom wants him to have the DNA test, and he starts telling his parents, if Brooke call, tell him I'm asleep. And they say, I ain't lying for you.
Yeah. As she should have. Like, handle your own business. You made this mess, deal with it.
I agree with that.
No.
Well, he ain't even have time to get his lives together because Brooke pulled up to the house, knocking on the door, talking about, this is what we doing, open the damn door. Yelling in front of these people's house. And the mom said it, like, this is a quiet neighborhood, you're not gonna do this, all this yelling and stuff in my house. And then the stepfather, he said, oh Lord, I hear her voice.
Right. I watched the clip again today, and I did not catch this the first time, but I was like, this was really disrespectful. The stepdad was in the hallway, and he was like, y'all need to get out the house. She was like,
Yeah.
Like, she put her hand up, like, I mean, this is this man's house.
But she's been doing that since think about how comfortable she probably is.
I mean, regardless, yeah, I would never do that. Yeah. Like, that's crazy.
Like, humble yourself. You at one point didn't have a job. You were over there cooking their food because you didn't want them to know you didn't have money to go get food for yourself. Like, humble yourself. A lot of people are also asking, why is she never with her children? Why are you always chasing this man around who doesn't live around the corner? He lives like an hour to 2 hours away. And you always leaving your kids with your mom to chase after this man and be calling him back to back to back and leaving these voicemails. Like, have that same energy for your kids. I don't try to mom shame, but it'd be like, some shit just don't make no sense.
Right. Don't make no sense. I said the same thing this episode. I was like, as she was knocking at their door, I was like, why does she always have time to come up over there like that? And it's late night. It be different times of the day, late night, whenever. She just pops up. I'm like, where are your kids?
And even when she's sleeping.
Yeah.
About him keeping his promises to her kids and all that stuff. And it's almost like she just used that in that moment. But I do know she does the deliveries. But yeah, that's true. Yeah. Where's the parenting, aspect of it?
Oh, is that the new job she got? She doing food delivery?
Yeah, but she could do that where she lived. Not over at his house. He live an hour away.
And even when she was staying there sleeping on the air mattress, it's like you're sleeping on the air mattress, then you get up early in the morning to just go get your kids and take them to school. Like,
yeah. Priorities is so bad.
Thank you. The priorities is all messed up, in my opinion. So this is another situation, I guess, is going to be ongoing. We don't know. We can't get a DNA test. It's too early in the game. She was 7 weeks pregnant or something when she showed the ultrasounds that she showed. So we're definitely not going to find out in this season if that's his baby or not. They go outside and continue their arguing, and she's, questioning him, where he been all day? Have you been in the shower? But wait, what was so funny? When the father said, I don't know, he went outside, he walked he said his fat ass ain't walked nowhere.
Right. Yeah.
I'm done. He said his fat ass ain't walked nowhere. I cried. But yeah, they outside arguing, and the mama said it's a quiet neighborhood. And the police pull up, and that's where we leave off. So
yeah, I thought that was weird. I'm like, who called the police? Or were y'all just that loud?
She was loud out there. From the time that she was knocking on the door, right? She's knocking and yelling. They inside yelling. It's not like it's some huge house. So they're inside yelling, and then you come outside arguing in the front yard about, why do you have to be around her? You were supposed to tell your father to stop being around her. So why you still, like, you doing all of this yelling and stuff? So yeah, it's a small, quiet, quaint neighborhood, and the police pulled up. So I hope they arrest her.
I think they're like near the Waco area, ain't they? Kind of.
Yeah.
So yeah, out there.
Are they in Temple?
They're like the Waco Temple Mart type area. Yeah. So out there, like, I could see her being loud, cops coming right.
That is true.
So
yeah,
I can see that.
And they pulled up in the truck. Like, I will take all of y'all.
That's all they.
Everybody
That's all
do
they drive in Texas. Like you don't see the cars really. It's all trucks. So,
that. Yeah. And who's this? I hope I say the name right. Is it Timur? Is it Timuree? Am I saying it right? But we just gonna say T. T said she worried about the wrong things, Lord. Honestly, I worry about them kids with her. She might abandon them somewhere if JK doesn't answer. Yeah, like she will drop her kids off. She abandoned her job. So why wouldn't she abandon them too? She abandoned her whole job to go and find out what he was doing because you tracking him. That's not a relationship I ever want to find me. That I have to spend my time. That's a whole nother job, chasing somebody down, trying to figure out where they at. You got to track their location and call them like, Lord, keep that type of love away from me, child.
She kind of seems like she's used to it. I mean, maybe her previous relationships with her two sons' fathers, because she adapts to it very naturally. It doesn't seem like it stresses her out. She seems mad, but not like stressed. Like, why am I going through this? Just like, okay, I have to do this. Like, so this seems like there's something that she's accustomed to.
Yeah, true.
It's like maybe it's a pattern that she gets herself in these type of relationships.
Yeah, or maybe it's her. Yeah, I know we say JK is the problem, but she is the toxic. Like but I agree with you. Definitely seems like she's accustomed to that type of relationship. She don't know nothing different. But you would think she'll take a look. Well, she hasn't been around JK mom and his stepdad long enough, I guess. But he seemed like he comes from a good home, or at least from his mom. She's probably the best. I don't know how he got down this road.
Teach him some common sense or some type of sense, instill that in him, but he just decided to go another way. That's what it seems like.
You can't control outside influences, I guess. So
you cannot.
Yeah. Well, we'll stay tuned for JK and Brooke and see what's going on with them. And, is he going to still have Alex around or what? But like I said, guys, we're coming towards the season finale next week. So we'll see what happens and if anybody gets arrested with the police pulling up on them. So let's get into our next couple, which is Jay's favorite, Will and Courtney. Y'all tell me why did they make Will and Courtney do this final interview? I've never seen this before.
Set up straight up. Like, I don't even understand why he even agreed to it. Like, I don't know. Maybe he thought he was gonna get some type of closure, but Courtney ain't never been or never portrayed herself to be a person that's gonna provide closure to anybody.
And where was this final interview held? Like, why? Whose house was there?
I was thinking the same thing.
I thought it was her halfway house or whatever, but no, it was a different house.
Just off in the house, like,
I doubt they allowed them to film in the halfway house, and it's like she was brought there by somebody else. So Will's already spiraling, right? Because he's outside and he sees that she gets dropped off by another man, and he's feeling like she's probably sleeping with this dude. She already done moved on. His knee moving a mile. He checking that knee around. He drinking, back to back drinking. He out there smoking. Like, I worry that he might backslide because he has a past with drugs as well. But I just felt like as producers, it was very irresponsible to put him and her in this situation. And she seemed high as a kite herself when she came in there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so they are at somebody's house acting like they got green rooms and they in different bedrooms getting ready for this sit down together, which I'm trying to recall where we saw this before, that a couple has decided to get divorced and they make them sit down like this for a final interview. It seemed like it was curated for nonsense, and I felt bad for Will. I really did. Like, part of me feels bad for him, but I don't know. Jay, you feel like you don't. What you got to say about
it? Honestly, because so you go through this whole thing, and from the jump, she showed you how she was. And whilst you're up there in Portland, I believe, right away she starts getting on about what she can do. She's out getting high or whatever. She's disappearing and all that stuff. It's like, okay. and you're still having a problem. Like, oh, are you sleeping? Yes, she is. Like, what do you think she's doing? You know what I mean? Like, you're in California, she's up here. You know, and he keeps putting himself in this situation. He tried to show he had a little bit of backbone, and even still faltered. And then, like, when she pulled over, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, bet I'd have pulled up with somebody. Like, I'm not finna sit up here and why am I here in the first place? You know, he's in there drinking, shaking. I gotta go have a. It's like, you know, like, and I shouldn't use this term, but I'm going to. It's very simpish behavior, and it's very I can't. You know, I don't have control over something that I want to have control over, so I don't know how to act. She clearly is not letting you do that, so kick back, man. Like, it's over. And it's not like you're losing,
right?
So okay.
She is the one
not at all.
Anybody, yeah. You know what I mean? As far as like stability and all that kind of stuff, she just basically gave that up to just continue to be what she was doing before she met him. Which,
right.
You know, so
yeah, I feel like she was delusional this season, where she made like he wasn't taking care of her and she had to be with these other people to get by. And it's like, sis, he had everything laid out for you. You the one that used and went back to jail and messed up your opportunity to move where he was, where he would have probably gave you the allowance and helped you, but you messed that up by getting locked back up. Like, so she keep pointing the finger like he's not a great husband. No, sis, you're not a good wife. You're the one that keeps showing up with different people. You got the chick with missing all her teeth you kissing. You got this other dude, Mark or whatever his name is, that you staying in his bed and house. Like, a lot going on with you. And I just felt like, right, okay. Will, I felt bad for him just because I feel like he was honest. Now, did he absolutely go on a website and look for a woman that had these issues and knew that he married her one day out of prison? So you had to know there was going to be possibly some consequences of that. But he was honest with us. You know, he said he was lonely, you know, and that's how they end up on these sites. But it's like, Will is not a bad looking dude and he got his stuff together. You couldn't find nobody on the outside today.
I'm like, nobody else? Like, you felt like you had to go on there? Like,
maybe I remember when we were talking about, I said maybe part of like the allure to it is like when you're out here dating in the world or whatever, you know, there's so much access. Like you can date somebody this day and they're dating somebody else the next day. Maybe the person's in jail, they need that interaction, so they're constantly going to contact you because they need the same attention, but also, at least to a certain extent, you know, they're not out doing certain things. You know, maybe you feel like you can harbor more of a long-standing relationship, not take into account when they get out, they're going to have the same access and want to, you know, feel it. But I guess, but no, I didn't feel that for it.
And when they locked up, Jay, they can talk to multiple people. Like the same. It's not like she didn't make these contacts that are these other people when she got out. She was talking to these people already.
And like the thing with him is like, it's not like she wasn't honest with him about the sugar daddies. He knew about the sugar daddies before. He decided to marry her knowing that she was used to having sugar daddies pay for her way. And he thought, okay, when I marry you, you know that this is going to stop, right? Courtney was like, absolutely not.
Exactly.
Like, absolutely not.
Well, I mean, at least he gave her the one good thing, I guess, is the whole thing about getting out of jail stuff is, you know, you get a chance to show that you're, you know, different, that you want to make changes. Of course, he gave her a chance. Now, do you need to make that? Do you need to marry somebody 2 days out of jail for that? Maybe you should give it a little bit more time. But
that was so
he gave her.
That was so.
He didn't judge her, I guess, off of that. But
yes. PSA for all of these people, if you want to give these people a chance, cool. But to jump in and expect the utmost out of them the first day they're out of jail, like, no. If you're going to date them and see if they can prove themselves or see if it was just jail talk, cool. But to want them to come out and be married and settle down and all of this stuff when they ain't even got their ducks in a row is just pure nonsense to me. It's crazy. Like, especially if you are a couple that weren't dating before they went in, which majority of these people don't know them before they go to jail. Like, it's one thing if y'all together, like you said, they're solid and you get locked up. That's one thing. But when you meeting them in jail and just expecting them, knowing their charges, knowing what they were locked up for, and just expecting them to come out and be a whole totally different person, like, you setting yourself up.
Unrealistic. Yeah, unrealistic expectations.
Can I ask you guys a quick question?
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to validate if I heard something during their segment. So when Will got up to leave to go smoke a cigarette, Courtney's talking and she said something about she slept with the dude the night before.
Hot
And
mic moment.
Will, when they were going out, they showed that they had audio of another voice which sounded like Will saying, "I just slept with her the other day."
Yeah.
Jay, I had the same question for y'all. So is she talking about she slept with Will, or is she talking about she slept with the guy that dropped her off? I'm not
the guy. Yeah, she's saying the guy in the car, and Will saying, "I slept with her the other day." And so that part of it, that's the one part where like I understand him sitting out there shaking himself because he's like, "Hey, because he probably was in town for 2 days or whatever. They probably got together."
Mm-hmm.
But me personally, I'm like, I just like, oh, okay, you're who I thought you were now. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna trip, but yeah, Courtney's a problem.
Courtney's sleeping with everybody that she tell us she ain't sleeping with. She was sleeping with that man. These people are not giving her money for her time and her looks. Like, stop it. She is not. She is sleeping with every single person that hand her money. And I said, that must be such a tiring life to have to use your hole for everybody to get ahead because you can't take care of yourself. What a tiring, exhausting life to live. Like, girl, you got to mess with people that you really don't even like just because you need some money.
Yeah.
How dreadful.
Yeah.
To have to depend on somebody in that way is just like not. To me, that's just.
But yeah.
There's no peace in that. I feel like.
Yeah, right.
But you can tell she's used to the lifestyle because, like we said, she had a way out.
She did. So she has stability for sure.
Yeah. And she's used to living that fast life. You know, she was taking the cars to the chop shop, getting the money and stuff. And, you know, she probably had her own and was spending, money, other men's money that's in the lifestyle as well. And now she's trying to straight and narrow, I guess. And this is her way of trying to straight and narrow, is jumping on everything moving, child. But I want to see, Toria was saying that she feels like this couple they're paid actors. What did I see your comment as? She said they're both paid actors from the 90s, Toria, both Courtney and Will. Let me know. Let us know in the comments. And where did you see them? She says, I told you Will and Courtney's storyline isn't real at all. She did DM me this too. She said they are paid actors from the early and late 90s. I don't believe nothing they saying and doing.
Early 90s.
Courtney's only like 25 years old.
Yeah.
Courtney,
let me know, Toria. Who's the paid actor?
Like,
are they both? Was she a child actor?
Gerber maybe around the thing. I don't know. Like, what is going on?
Let us know, Toria. Where did you see them as acting? What was they acting on? I'm gonna check because I think she sent me that too.
Yeah,
what?
I think Courtney's like 20.
That would be crazy.
That would
be crazy. Yeah.
So she don't believe nothing they saying, child. Well, Toria, you let us know where you saw Will and Courtney at, and was, like she said, like Meka said, was she a Gerber baby or what? Or is she lying to us about her age? Because nothing about her face says she's 25.
The ages are a lie. LOL, the ages are a lie.
Exactly. I was gonna say nothing about her says I'm 25, but it's possible the streets can do a number on you.
She can do a number,
and she did have that
and she had that accent.
That big accent, that scar.
Oh, Jawalia is here. Jawalia is here too.
How old do y'all think she look? Look at Jawalia.
Jawalia said the ages are a lie, honey. And that profile picture is eating Jawalia. You burnt that 27 piece.
Got 29.
Burnt that 27 piece and glow up. I don't know. She said, I know dang well I'm not 29. Oh, okay. So they lying about your age too? Okay, well then, Toria, tell us what
you're ages on people, I guess.
Because Courtney is giving, and I'm 40, so I ain't even trying to age shame. I'm 40 myself, but Courtney is giving all of 45, 35, something. 45? I'm exaggerating, but she's definitely giving like 35, 38. 35, 38. Yeah, she's giving 35, 38.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's given, I've had a hard, rough one. Okay, like, for sure. But yeah, Toria, let me know where you think you saw them at, where they was at, because she said she don't believe none of their storyline, honey. But I don't know where they go from here. I don't know if we're done with them after this hot
I'm
mic
over it.
moment. But I was definitely, you guys seem to think that her hot mic moment, she was saying she slept with the guy that,
Mm.
and I took it at that way too until I heard Will said he had just slept. So I was like, wait a minute, is she talking about Will, the other guy, or she done slept with both of them? I could believe that she
I can
slept,
believe that
she slept with
wholeheartedly.
both of them. And I bet you neither one of them slept with her for free. Did she got something out of it from Will and and from
Absolutely.
the guy that dropped her off? Because it was just sad too to watch her laughing at him
That
and
hurt. That
telling him.
that pulled at my heartstrings. I be feeling bad for people, and I was sitting there like, but at the same time, like I told you on the phone, I was like, he should have knocked her ass about that shit. And when she started laughing, I don't know how he was able to contain himself. Like even just went off on her because that's just so disrespectful. I was like,
If you notice in their relationship, the times where he's shown that he's had a backbone against. Well, no, I take that back because when they
when
went
he
to
bought that fake ring.
I don't know
She
why
deserved that fake ring.
She
She did
did.
not
She
deserve a
did.
10
He
pin
was right
ring.
in doing that.
Yeah.
I was like,
that was a
That's
smart
what I'm
move.
saying. Like part of the delusion for me is you are mad that you went to pawn the ring and found out that it wasn't real. Sis, why are you pawning the ring? Like
she
that's the
needed some
issue.
money. She was
It's
short on
you.
sugar daddies. She ain't had sugar daddies wasn't coming through. She was trying to get that coin real quick. I guess she said her hole wasn't working that day.
I
And she
guess
needed
not.
she needed the money.
It don't look like it. Well, I guess she say it's a good hole, I guess, but it don't look good to me.
I cannot comment on those types of things.
It don't look like it don't look like it, child. Well, who should we get into next? Let's talk about Keith and Latisha. Let's get into Keith
Yeah.
and Latisha. So, really quickly, shout out to Mary on Kiki and Kid Bix because she did post the details. I know Latisha said she couldn't talk about the details of her plea bargain agreement. So basically what I pieced together as to what Latisha was going to court about, or this case, and Mika, I was telling you about it. There was a ex-client of Latisha's who went to her for her tax services. Latisha allegedly told her that she owed over $8,000 back to the IRS. And the client gave the money to Latisha to pay the IRS for her. I don't know why, because when I go to H&R Block, they tell me I can send the money this way, or I
Right.
can have them take it directly out of my bank account. H&R Block has never asked me to give them the money for them to go pay the IRS for me. So that makes no sense why she did that at all. But the client or the ex-client was alleging that Latisha never paid the IRS. She kept the money.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to figure out, why are we even trying to take this to trial? It's like either you got proof you paid the IRS or you don't, but do not take
Right.
this to trial, Tisha. Not at all. You need to
Yeah.
take this plea deal. So she found out that the lawyer got back to her. She left her coffee shop office, child. I said she
I
said
saw
she had
that.
to
Yeah.
she had to downgrade from her office and employees, and she was working out of the coffee shop, to pay these lawyer fees for all the different cases she had. And yeah, she got the call that there's a plea deal on the table, and she was contemplating, should she take that or if she should take it to trial. The plea deal, she has to pay back. Basically, her restitution is she has to pay back the $8,788 to the victim. She mentioned that she also had probation as well. That's not mentioned here in this plea
Okay.
deal because Mary actually posted the court documents, but it really just talks about her paying that money back, and if she fails to pay it back, that they could pursue jail time. But she also got in the agreement that they would not seek to I guess, trump her charges for the, past or repeat offender. She did get that in there as well, but I didn't see anything about the probation that she mentioned.
Right.
I'm not sure.
But didn't she end up getting arrested recently though? So is that right? Didn't she get arrested? Because I saw her when she got
Yeah.
out of jail and all that. So we were wondering what that was about. Like, why did she end up going to jail then?
That one, it was a traffic stop and she
Oh.
had no license, but also there were warrants out for her arrest for theft. I had that. I did report on that, but it was like identity. It was like identity theft and stuff. So she talked a little bit about her past, and I did interview her twice now. Her first interview, she talked about, being a single mom, trying to make ends meet. So she, was writing bad checks, getting money for that. Then also she lied on her, her food stamp application. She lied about her income. So that's when she ended up doing the 8 months in jail. So that's kind of her MO, to do a little theft, a little identity, a little fraud. So she had some warrants out for that. So that case is she's still going to court for that right now. So that is, she couldn't tell me too much about it, but I see on her social media that she's, she went to court like a few weeks ago as well. Look, Toria ready to pull her civil record, child. I know she got a lot. She says she's trying to change, y'all. Y'all know I got a soft spot for Tisha because she's always been supportive, but she's saying she's trying to change, y'all. She said that's what she's trying to do. Okay. But I had this question for you guys because yes, she found out about the plea deal. She goes home to talk to Keith about it. She number one, she has doubts if Keith will wait for her because she's looking at 5 years, or if they did place the like habitual offender like laws on her, she would be facing up to 15 years. So she's hesitant on if he would wait for her in the same capacity that she just did a bid. And also she's asking Keith to adopt her youngest daughter, who, she's saying we've seen the biological father put some stuff up online and saying how, being petty, saying how she's not a good woman. He got a child out of it, but that she's not a good woman. She claims in our last interview that the biological father had been abusive to her in the past, that he's a deadbeat. He has other children. She's cool with those the other children's moms, but he's basically just a sperm donor. So she doesn't want him to try to take her daughter away from her if she ends up serving time, and wants Keith to adopt her daughter. So let me hear your thoughts on that as you guys sit here as your, y'all black love great couple.
I feel
Yeah,
like
are you waiting for Meka? You waiting for Meka? She had to go do 5 to 15.
You better not go and do no 5 to 15.
Like, you better answer.
Like, I think what I
anyway, clear the throat.
I had to clear the throat. I'm a little under the weather.
Okay.
I think it's kind of the same thing as when we were talking earlier about being locked in, right? Keith seems like there is a time frame where he would be locked in for her. I do think. Now, is it 5 years, 10 years? Who knows? That's tough. That's tough for anybody. But if you're locked in, you're locked in. I do think that from what I'm seeing from him, the thing I like about those two, he seems like he kind of levels certain stuff with her a little bit. So I think he would be locked in. Now, do I think it's 5 years? No. He just came out of prison for 11 years. Now you want me to put 5 more years on it where I can't do certain things? We're going to have a conversation to come to some sort of agreements. That's what I think he would do.
I don't know. I feel like in their situation, for one, it looks like Latisha has been really involved with him getting his son. The amount of custody that he has been able to get for his son, since his son is able to go there now on the weekends. And I really think a large part of that is because she has what appears to be a stable home, right, that the boy could go to see his dad. It appears. That's why I said it appears by all course. Like, so I feel like she has been like, I would say, at least how the show is portraying it, that she has been like his ride or die in that situation as far as him holding him down and stuff. The part I'm a little bit confused about is the baby dad, because you say that he's just a sperm donor, but if he's just a sperm donor, would he be
Why
that
would he
interested
want
in
to?
getting his
Yeah,
child? You get what I'm
that's what
saying?
I was
That the
confused
two
on.
don't really go together, right? Like either he's just a sperm donor, or he's like, no, I want to be here for my kid, and you're not
Yeah.
either letting me do that currently because you trying to have this man replace him, or what? I don't know what's going on with that, or you know what I'm
But
saying?
and also Keith will be fighting a different fight than like you said.
A
She
different
has the
fight.
perception now. If she has to go to jail, not only is he fighting the fact that she's in jail, he just came out of jail
himself,
fresh.
Yeah.
So he would be fighting a completely different fight. Truth be told, with that daughter would probably end up going to the father, unless
Yeah.
he got it adopted. The father could fight it and probably then still kind of get some things. So it would be a tough scenario. But I think Keith would. I would have faith in Keith in that situation to a certain
I
extent.
did too. I had faith that now I do think it would be a uphill battle for him to adopt her daughter, just because you heard what the lawyer said about him
About his
trying
own
to
son,
get his
yeah.
own son. So that I don't think it would just be a walk in the park that he's going to be able to adopt her daughter. I did feel like, and just from the last interview where I interviewed both of them, he does seem like, when he got, because I asked him, I said, what makes you different now? Because two of his sons are only days apart. And he said, when he, with his other children, he was young, he was living that life, he was into the fast life. And, with the time that he served, he said he came home and he's protective about his space and his energy. He's just not out here trying to sleep with women and doing like he feels that he has a lot to offer someone and that he doesn't just spread his energy out like that. So I thought he would wait for her. Now, would he wait 15 years, Jay? I don't know.
Yeah.
Would he give her the 5 that she gave him? Probably so.
I think
even exchange.
That's a long time to
That is a
even
long
ask
time.
somebody to wait for you for 15 years
That's a
is
long time.
insane. Yeah, like that's a bit insane to me. So I don't know if he would do a whole 15, but if it was the 5, if she was gonna, say she took the plea, and she got 5 years or something, I think he would wait for her for that.
I can see 5. I can see 5.
Yeah. I don't know about that 15 though.
But we'll go with 5.
I can see the 5.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Lily, thank you for checking in. No, we didn't talk about Justine's mom. They are our next couple we're going to talk about. So we'll get into Justine's mom current arrest as well. We got the tea, Lily. You did not miss it. And Tori, I completely agree. Like, I don't know why she would think to take this to court. I was saying I would take it to trial. Like, it's either you have evidence you paid the IRS or you don't. I would not take that to trial and risk getting 15 years. I was glad she decided to go. That should have been a no-brainer. As soon as the lawyer called, it'd have been like, plea deal.
Right.
Like I don't even have to. I mean, I guess she had to go talk to Keith about it, but that should have been a no-brainer for real.
Right.
So yeah, but I thought, he seemed solid in her. She wouldn't let him get a word in edgewise though. When they were talking in the bathroom, I was trying to hear his point of view. I left that whole argument. I was like, I'm confused on what just happened here because I don't know. It felt like she was trying to hint to him like, hey, I held you down. It's different holding you down on the inside than you doing the bid on the inside. Like she was giving these little hints and clues, and he didn't like what she was throwing out there. Like I was still providing.
I think she's tipsy.
In the morning? Before she had to go to court?
Yeah, well, in the bathroom.
Yeah,
in the
that was
bathroom.
yeah.
I'm thinking about after the fact. Okay, the bathroom. Yeah.
No, that was a whole different argument. But the first one, it was like the man didn't even get to say anything. But also the people are talking about that what she wore to court. That is not court attire, Latisha. I love you, girl, but that is not court attire. That sheer sleeve, high split. That was not court attire. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh Lord," because some judges will get mad at you if you go in there and you're not dressed appropriately or taking it seriously. They'll be like, "Plea deal denied." I was like, I hope she'll go in there and that happened, but she did get her plea deal. So I didn't see anything about the probation, but I do see she has to pay back the restitution. I wonder, I'm assuming she paid it back because also it says she had to pay it back by May of 2025. So they gave her a very tight time frame to pay. I know this was filmed like last year around the winter time, but they gave her until May 30th of 2025 to pay it back. So I'm assuming she paid it or she would be locked up.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely look into that. I'll see if the restitution has been resolved. But thank you, Mary, for Kiki and Kidbits for putting that up. She like soon as the episode finished, she dropped that information. So thank you to her for that. So yeah, I don't know, y'all. We'll see. You know, she got off the jail time. I don't know if we're gonna see them anymore after this. I don't know what we would see them
I
for.
don't know. Yeah. I don't know what else was left.
I mean, truly,
Yeah.
probably like a whole new set when they do a new
Well,
season.
then again, I don't know. I know, and I don't know if you were able to look at this stuff, and that's but the lady that was online talking about that she was being federally prosecuted for something. Like, I don't know what that's about. And that was recent. I just saw that, so that's why I'm like, I don't know.
I wonder if the lady is this one in this case, because I told you this lady in this case, she's been chasing this for a while, like since we saw Lakeisha on Latisha on Love during lockup. She was reaching out to all the bloggers, including me. Like she wanted her story out there. She was in all the Facebook groups, putting all her proof, and so I wonder if it's this lady. I'm not sure. But yeah, she now has this case for the identity theft and stuff. There were talks online that the house that she's currently filming in or filmed in on this show, someone filmed the outside of the house showing like all, some furniture and stuff and saying that she got evicted because they're saying that she moved in there under someone else's name, that she kind of used identity theft then. When she came on, she said that wasn't the case. She said that she was just moving. So, the truth will always come to light. It will always come out. But she said that the chairs that was out there was just chairs she was throwing away and donating stuff, that she was just moving. So, but we will definitely see. But yeah, I mean, they ended up in an argument as well because they went to go celebrate after her plea deal, and she now wants to do a wedding because they never had a ceremony, not even in jail. They got married through the mail. They had to do like a mail wedding, so they didn't ever say vows in front of each other. And she wants that. She was saying their anniversary is coming up. But I was saying restitution before a wedding.
These people's priorities be all out of pocket. And what I was laughing about was how she said he asked her when he was like, "Will you effing marry me?" And she was like, "That wasn't
romance. You said yes."
You said yes. And that's how Keith feels. He's like, "Well, I mean, we here now. What you want to do?"
That's why he was asking, like, "So you feel like you're not married to me?" And she's like, I get it. She wants the fairy tale. She wants all of that, but let's get everything in order first, right? Like, let's figure out the restitution. If you got any more cases, that's more lawyer fees and stuff you got to deal with. And then let's, I don't know if you're going back to the accounting tax field. I don't know if you're going to be allowed to go back to that field, but let's figure out what's our next move, So
that's why I think he kind of balances her. Like, let's pace ourselves a little.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she's so, and you can just tell from his demeanor, everything, he's just kind of like, all right. And so hopefully, at first I was kind of iffy about them. Like, I like their dynamic, and hopefully everything works out with him. But I could see how he's like, yo, chill, we'll get there. I don't think he was saying he didn't want to do it at all. He's just like, yo, we just got over this hurdle. We're getting over this hurdle. Let's take our time, chill. Anniversary,
right?
Guess what? They come around yearly. We can do it next year,
right?
Yeah, I don't feel like he was telling her he wouldn't wait for her. I don't feel like he was telling her, no, I don't want to marry you. It was kind of like, but let's do it at the right time. But she heard something totally different. That's why I left both arguments. Like, what the hell just happened here? It's like I'm I could do that too. I'm like that when my husband will say one thing and I hear something totally different. I hear like, so I get it. It happens.
Look, you see his face right now.
At least I admitted it. I admitted it, Jay. Sometimes I might go off the handle, off the deep end, and hear something totally different. He'd be like,
I
"That
get
is
told
not what
that
I
all
just
the
said."
time. It sounds like on a daily basis. I'm like,
I get, I hear something totally different. He just be looking at me like, "Sis, that is not what I said." So
right.
I totally get it. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with them if we see them on, another season. I know that Love After Lockup will be coming back in January. So season 7 will be back on January 30th of 2026. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm assuming in between there, we might get love during lockup. We should. So we meet some brand new crazy people that are willing to go through this
Right.
experience. So I'm assuming that that will be coming soon. So we'll definitely keep you posted. Jey and Meka will keep you posted. I will as well. But we do
Right.
know that Love After Lockup is set for January 30th.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So y'all keep that in your calendars. Who's our next couple? Let's talk about Justine and Mike, since there is some tea floating around the internet. I
Yeah.
will pull it up. So I'm gonna start out by saying this. I still don't believe that this means that Justine's mom is a bad mom to Justine,
Yeah.
but she was recently arrested. Justine's mom was arrested in June of this year on a DUI charge. And also her nursing license was suspended. So basically it says, according to the officer who stopped Sherry, her speech was slurred, her eyes were bloodshot, and her breath smelled of alcohol. Sherry admitted to the officer she had a glass of wine prior to her nursing shift, and she had been sent home early from her shift because she was believed to be intoxicated. So yeah, she was charged with the DUI. That was her first offense. And that was on June 26th of 2025, and she was released on June 27th. So it's a misdemeanor for her, but yeah, her nursing license was also suspended. So that is the news that came out yesterday on Facebook, and then a few different pages talked about it. Again, I'm gonna say, like, I still don't buy the propaganda that Justine is trying to tell us, that her mom isn't there for her, she isn't supportive, she's closed off. No, she's just tired of the shit you've been doing since you was 12, 15 years old.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like, let's be for real.
That's what
But
it's like.
yeah, but Justine and Mike, they are in New York looking at wedding venues. What the hell is Justine wearing, guys? What is
I
she
don't know
wearing?
the glasses. Are you talking about the glasses or every?
the
This is
the the glasses, the furs, the everything. It was like, did you go to look at wedding venues, or are you there for New York Fashion Week? But I don't know. These glasses right here. What is that?
those glasses. I mean, walked out. You knew you looked crazy with them things on when you walked out that bathroom like that. Like you could just see like she was uncomfortable when she came out. I couldn't even see her eyes. I was like, it was just awkward. Like take them
Yeah.
off,
It was
man.
like she went back home and she just was stunting for the people, honey. But they're
Yeah.
looking at wedding venues, and Mike is on edge. Apparently, there's something financially going on that he has not shared with Justine. She's thinking they're in the clear. They're compromising because he wanted to take their savings and open up a unisex barbershop hair salon. They've decided that, they're going to work on that venture, but scale back on the wedding. But also, I think Mike's mind, he's thinking Justine wants the same type of wedding her mom had, $100,000 wedding, which was eons ago. So imagine how much it probably is now, where
Right.
she got doves and old fashioned Rolls Royces and all this stuff. Where the hell did she get $100,000 from?
I don't know, and there's a lot with this. Like
Yeah,
I
there's
feel
some
like
gaps in the
y'all have
information.
how many kids total? I keep having to ask you because there'd be a
9.
lot of them right now.
9.
Yeah, 9 kids already. Y'all already got a home. Like just scale back some. Like the elephants and all that stuff. Like that to me, you doing way too much. Like
What the
you
fuck
doing
do you
it for
need an
everybody
elephant for?
else but y'all. He don't care nothing about no dang elephant. Like you doing it for everybody but y'all. And it's just like Y'all got bills to pay. Y'all got, so I understood the barbershop thing. I was like, just think like, he's trying to do something to bring money into the house. You're doing something to take money out of the house. Like, I could see the logic in that, right? And it's like, I don't know. That was just crazy. And then the dad, he found the venue. Michael's dad found the venue. The 40,000.
Yes, and his he has this expensive taste, but not offering to pay for a thing. It's crazy to me. Why does he even have a say so?
Right.
Who is he married to?
Oh no, I was waiting on you to say so.
I think those things would be within their financial means, honestly.
40K?
I think Michael did the business venture just without telling Justine.
Oh.
That's what you think? You think he already did that?
I think he did it and he didn't tell her. That's why he knows that he's like, all right, maybe I can. He knows the money's tight, because I think without that business venture, it still might be a stretch, but his father will probably help it. Obviously, they have the means.
He better.
I think he did that, and Justine doesn't know. People that know like their finances to a certain extent, like his dad probably knows some of it. It's like, oh, you can do this, you can do that. I think he started it and he just kept it to himself because he's like, I'm gonna do this regardless. And that's why his dad's like, oh, you can do this. And Mike's like, no, I really can't, because I already started this with this 200 grand or whatever over here.
That's a good theory. I can roll with that. Yeah, because I was trying to figure out, what did he do with this money? Like, I didn't know. That's a good theory that he probably already went off and started the business venture. So why not just say that? She already knew you were gonna do it, but you think he probably already did it before they even had that meeting?
I think they went to the meeting. They had that little blow up. If you remember, there's like a little bit of time where they weren't talking.
Mm-hmm.
I think in that time frame, he was like, you know what, we're finna do this. I'll figure this out later. So now he's probably like, hey, I'll take her. He's doing this stuff to like pacify her. I think, hey, we'll do this. Okay, we know how much it'll cost. Oh, we got to push it back 8 months though. But we'll do it. And I think he's kind of seeing possibly like, no, this is kind of, not only can I probably not push it back, but now it's going more than what I thought. So versus the 60,000, this is looking like it's going to be like 80. I know I can't press this in this time, or maybe something else happened, because I don't know. It just seems like he did something like that. Now he got the backpedal and he's not having the space to.
Well, what a tangle web we weave, child. So we're gonna have to see. But
and now, as a man, you can't say no that easily. It's not easy to say no.
I get it. We could be very persistent.
Really? You don't say. No, I would listen. You already know. I would not ask for something like that. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's a level. That's a maturity issue for you to think that you need to spend that much money, and you got all these kids. You got 2 of them in college, right? There's no.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, she wants to have that lifestyle, and it does seem like they're good today, right? Like, I see them all out in Florida, Miami on vacation. They making music together. They've been performing at some festivals and concerts and stuff. So it seems like they're in a better position today than they were when this was filmed. But it's like, you say you don't want him to do anything to jeopardize his freedom, yet you keep putting these pressures on him that he think he got to go put an order in for a chicken. Like, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah. And the fact that he's telling all of us this on national TV is, bruh, like, do you want the people to be looking for you? Right. Why are you telling us this? Keep that to yourself. But what is this $1,000 for? He asked his mama for.
I didn't even.
Yeah, he was, when they left, he had her have her cash app him $1,000. I forgot what it was for, or at least I didn't hear it.
I don't think he said what the $1,000 was for. Yeah. It was like, do you need that to check out of the hotel, or
that's
what?
I was thinking. Like, is it for the hotel?
And when I seen that, that's what made me think that, because maybe that money is in some sort of like escrow or something, like his actual money. I think his actual money is tied up somewhere. So like, hey, I need $1,000. Send me a rack real quick so I can do this. Like, he has the money, he just can't access it.
And that's what he said. He was like, give it to me. I'll give it back to you when we get back or something like that. So, right. I think you on to something that the money may be tied up in something, but it was just like, what do you need this $1,000 for right now? And now, of course, they're going to string us along and make it seem like he about to go out and flip it and do something he ain't supposed to do when he probably just going downstairs to check out the damn hotel. So we're going to see what's going on there. But you know how they do that. You know how they have us thinking one thing and then it come on and be totally something different. So we'll see. Again, they're in a great space. I don't believe he's gonna revert back to it, but I get it, man. He said, money like that, he can make that in an hour. And now you got to try to live a different life. It's not easy at all, but I always say easy come, easy go. That fast money don't last long at all. So but yeah, we'll see. I'll dig a little bit more into Justine's mom and see if her nursing license is still suspended. That was just in June, not too long ago. So it's probably still suspended and something she's still dealing with today. Yeah. I don't know if Justine and Mike want their own wedding special or something, but give them their own wedding special because I'm tired of seeing them on this show.
I think that's what they're reaching for.
I'm tired of seeing them on here. I don't want to see them no more. Okay?
Their storyline is kind of like flat to me, but
it's just real life at this point. It's not nothing out of the ordinary that got us all hooked. This is just real life. We all dealing with the same nonsense. We ain't out. I'm not out here trying to have an elephant and henna people at my wedding or nothing, but it's real life financial shit y'all dealing with. Like we're good at this point. But yeah, so let's wrap up. We got one more couple really quickly. We could talk about Troy and Zoria.
That we talk about this all the time. You see the pain. He wears his pain on his sleeve. Like he is going through it at all times. You could just tell he's just battling something always. And it's like, I feel like he's just gonna snap at something. Like, I don't know. And that mama,
she's a mess.
You can see everything he's battling is all right.
It's just right on. Yeah.
And it's all right there. His mom, he had the stuff with Zahara before. He had the stuff with his baby mom, and then he has to try to carry the weight of his brother. Like at first, when I first seen him, I was like, "Why is this?" But yeah, I could see why, especially him feeling like he had to carry all that on his shoulders. Because if you notice, whenever anything happens, he is the man of the situation, so everybody kind of comes to him. And, that's a lot to. And at the end of the day, he had his moments, but the one thing I have seen since I've seen him on here is he gets his feet under him and he carries it. He goes through it.
Bro.
So that's the one thing I do. He doesn't do the things that I thought he was doing that you could kind of maybe interpret it as childish. He's having his moments and then he's conducting himself. He puts himself together and he's handling it like a man. So, seeing his story, I've actually come to kind of really respect how he kind of does certain things. So, but yeah, I can see why he's going through some stuff.
Yeah, he's dealing with the guilt. He's dealing with the guilt of his father passing away while he was locked up, the guilt of leaving his daughter for 6+ years. He's coming back already married, trying to start a life with Zaria, and she already has a child. He's there, Zaria and his baby mama beefing. He's not able to see his daughter as often if he would like. And then on top of all of that, you trying to get yourself together. Your mama going ham on the internet every 2 seconds. She going live, talking about y'all, talking about, so it's a lot for a man to handle. I totally feel like I've seen growth in him, and he's trying to just live the right life and have everybody peaceful. That's all he really wants. And I hope he gets that. I will even say, do you feel the same way? I feel like Zaria we haven't seen a whole lot of her, but she's showing a little bit of growth. I mean, she's not wilding like she was the last time we saw her. Do you feel like she has growth too?
Yeah, we saw a clip of I guess the mom and Zaria get into it at the house one time. Zaria was like, I already know that. It was just like, oh, you thought you just told the mom, that you, but they do seem like they have a past where there's been some drama and conflict and, things like that. But they do seem like they're in a different place from what we're seeing. They seem like they're in a different place. I think he really is trying to make sure. Troy is a person that has had so much like trauma in his life. I think he understands, that's the growth that I'm seeing. He understands that he has to put himself, he has to take himself out of certain places. So him being with Zahar, how do you say her name?
Zaria.
Zaria, him being there, because I remember he was saying how he didn't really want to be home like that. Keeping his environment over here and keeping those things separate. I think he understands that he has to kind of create that balance in his life in order for him to be okay, because it just seems like there's a lot of drama at home between the mom, the baby mom, and again the younger brother who remember who was like, we thought this boy was 13, 14 years old, was a grown man. He going up here to try to save, right? Like
Karen said, he's a grown man. He fine. I'm not going out here running after no grown man.
Yeah,
I felt what she was saying. But
I'm like, he's 26.
26. Yeah, that's a grown man.
And that's what Karen was saying. Like, I'm gonna go get me a cocktail while you go run around looking for him.
Right, and she did. I agree. She's like, I'm not doing that.
I mean, Zaria did when she did an interview with Mary from Kiki and Kibitz, and she expressed that she struggles with a bipolar disorder, and she was saying like her meds weren't regulated in the last season. A lot of people didn't believe it. We don't know, but I was saying maybe her medication is regulated in this season because she does seem a lot calmer. I mean, she did tell the man to go choke on his breakfast the first time we saw her because she was mad he was going to Buffalo. But outside of that, it is totally different than the last season. Even when she's on the internet, last season they were always going live, smoking back to back. They were, arguing, cursing us out every time they went live. And now, she mostly just posts about her healing or, hiding. She was hiding the pregnancy for a minute, but it seems to be some growth there. I don't know. We have not seen them a whole lot this season to really make that judgment call, but from what we've seen, it seems a little bit calmer for them. So hoping them the best. Zaria did deliver her baby in August, so very recent. The baby's just turned 1 month, and it was a boy. They had a boy, so congratulations to them. Karen is in town. Troy wants Karen and Zaria to sit down and have a conversation. I thought it was hilarious when they were in the car and she said, "What am I out here for? Y'all breaking up?" He was like, "Why would I bring you all the way out here to tell you?" She said, "I'm just taking a wild guess." I said, "That's what you wanted to hear, that they breaking." So we'll see how that conversation goes. They have definitely exchanged a lot of heat over lives and back and forth on social media. Yana as well. They were posting pictures of Zaria back in the day of her allegedly stripping, looking like she was, strung out on something. So it's been a lot of back and forth with them. But I hope for baby Troy's sake, I hope for Troy's sanity, because he has the patience of a saint at this point. Because I don't know how he dealing with both of them. But we'll see how this conversation goes. Do you think it's gonna go good?
I think it's gonna go okay. I mean, I think she'll be all right. The mom, like, I don't see her really just flying off the handle, especially with her knowing that she's pregnant and all that other stuff. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, once she finds that out, maybe that'll bridge them together. Toria said Karen live right now, smoking a blunt and going on, child. I'm gonna go.
Never mind.
Says she live right now. I don't know what she talking about, but she over there live. We'll see. Miss Karen don't play. I like seeing her more than I like seeing Troy and Zaria, if you ask me. Like,
she's entertaining for sure. She's like,
is she dating anybody locked up? I would love to see her back with her relationship.
I'm pretty sure she has dated a few people locked up while she has been locked up and they've been locked up. I'm pretty sure she.
We will see. But Jey, Meka, this has been a great recap. I have enjoyed our time. I'm so glad you guys reached out. I could talk Life After Lockup all day long. I'm a day one watcher. But again, tell the people where they can find you, where they can follow and support.
Okay. So on YouTube, Jey Meka's channel. We have a lot of stuff there on Instagram, Jey Meka's channel also, and then on TikTok and Facebook. No, Facebook is Jey Meka's channel. I'm sorry. Instagram and TikTok is Jey Meka. So Instagram, TikTok, Jey Meka, YouTube, Facebook, Jey Meka's channel, and we're always on there active. And
yeah.
And they cover everything, just a pop culture page, music, TV shows, reality TV, everything pop culture. So make sure you guys follow, subscribe, and support. And for me, again, my name is V with Reality Recap, spelled how you see it here in the corner, reality_recap. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and on TikTok. Also, my YouTube channel is linked in my bios on Facebook and Instagram. It's Reality Recap 2876 is my YouTube channel. So like, share, and subscribe, guys. Thank you for liking the video. I love to see the hearts, the thumbs up. We appreciate that. And yeah, make sure you subscribe. I have live as well as pre-recorded recaps. So I'm all reality things: Housewives, Love and Hip Hop, Basketball Wives, Life After Lockup, all things reality TV and news. So thank you guys for commenting, hanging out with us. Jawalia, thank you for stopping in. I see her still over there having a ball with people in the comments. So thank you. She always supports.
Maybe I didn't.
Yeah. Everybody's about to hop over and see what Karen's talking about on her live so we could get the tea over there. But as I always say before we get out of here, reality TV stars are humans too. Let's not forget that. I will be back to recap Real Housewives of Salt Lake City on Monday. So you guys, set your alerts. Make sure you come and sit and let me know your thoughts on that as well. But Jey and Meka, it's been a pleasure. We're going to get out of here, guys. Have a happy, safe Saturday, and I'll see y'all Monday. Peace.
Bye.